Thank you, President Horvath and the other esteemed officials of the University of Oxford, distinguished members of the Oxford Union, other dignitaries in attendance, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am the only 8th Division World Boxing Champion in history, having won 11 major world titles, ranging from flyweight, which has an 8-stone limit, to super welterweight, which has an 11-stone limit. My tailor has been kept very busy throughout my career, adjusting the waistband of my trunks. I have fought some of the best fighters in history, and yet I have to admit, as I stand before you, I am intimidated when I think of the kind of main event headliners who face you over the years. Sir Winston Churchill, American President Reagan, Nixon and Carter, Mother Teresa, Dalai Lama, and Sir Elton John. And here am I, Emmanuel the Pedran Pacquiao, standing before you armed with just the equivalent of a 6th form education. And in this, guys, is respect for what your group and your university represent. And a pretty fair left hook. If this give and take today were a tale of the tape, I would be a respectful underdog. But be careful, I'm not that easy to floor. When I received your gracious invitation, I asked myself, what could I talk about that could possibly interest you? What could Manny Pacquiao say that would be of any impact, much more utility to the men and women who enjoy the highest standards of instruction at Oxford? The answer came fast. I know what I should speak about, something very few among you can claim to know about: my education, certainly non-traditional, non-formal, largely unstructured. I will call it my education in the Open University of Life. It is a matter of record that I only had traditional formal schooling until secondary school, grade 12. It was only recently that I reached the university level through the alternative education program. We were dirt poor. I had to work since the age of 7 to help my mother feed my 3 siblings and me. Many days, I was lucky to have one full meal. On days when we had no food, I would drink lots of water just to fill my stomach. And I remember when we were young, my younger brother crying, asking for food to my mother, and my mother told us, just drink a lot of water to survive, and tomorrow maybe we'll have food. So that's the experience that I experienced when we were young. But my mind and spirit were never hungry. I read anything I could get my hands on. I even read the newspaper that my lunch or dinner came wrapped in. I read signs everywhere, even in moving vehicles. I learned measurements and weights by constantly reading the rates and tariffs at the warehouses where I worked as a stevedore, a docker in our parlance. At night, when I could not sleep because of the cold, I would read the labels of the carton boxes that serve as my bed on the street pavement.